Stats alone never really tell the whole story about how certain footballers played. However, in this case, they actually do. An attacker's duty is to rake in the goals and assists. In the World Cup, this burden is heightened even more, because failing to do so will result in the elimination of an attacker's country. Each goal counts, and will affect the overall shape of the game. It will influence whether the team will qualify for the knockout stages and proceed further to the later stages of the tournament. The only exception to this is Kane, who almost made it to this list had he not scored a crucial penalty kick against Colombia and his brace against Tunisia. His hat-trick against Panama isn't as important because the goals did not hold that much significance other than adding to his personal tally. The goals themselves did not contribute much to a game that had already been won by the time Stones scored the first goal. This brings me to the question: why does he score hat-tricks against the likes of Panama, but fail to score against the likes of Croatia and Belgium? Lukaku is always on the reserving end of backlash for this, and somehow Kane isn't. The Golden Boot is great and all, but it holds no weight if it doesn't push your team further forward. Half of those goals were certain luxury goals. This is a stark contrast to Ronaldo's hat-trick against Spain, which significantly helped Portugal's campaign. Finally, if Kane had contributed one goal to each of the games he had played, England could have made it to the World Cup final, and from there it would have been anyone's game against France. I'm not blaming Kane for England's failure to reach the final, or telling him not to obliterate weaker opponents when he has the chance. I think he should distribute his goal scoring, rather than score a hat-trick, then turn silent for 3 to 4 games. Kane is a great striker, but he is overrated at times, and his goals sometimes don't really achieve anything. For him to truly reach the levels of Messi, Ronaldo, and all the other world-class strikers, he should be more consistent in his goal scoring. Enough about Kane. Let us dive into the attackers who truly didn't contribute anything to their country's World Cup campaign in terms of their goal scoring and assists. What better way to kick things off than to look at Kane's English compatriots? Number 1. England's attackers. Stones had the same goals as the whole of England's attackers combined, excluding Harry Kane. I may have given Kane a wee bit of backlash, but his attacking amigos were anything but helpful. First feature, Raheem Sterling, also known as the Englishman's Ozil. He got the same kind of reaction Ozil got for his performances and was considered one of the main reasons England ultimately didn't make it to the finals. Registered 1 assist in the 6 games he played, and as you would have it against Panama, and his assist didn't even lead to the opening goal. At least that way, it would have added a little bit of significance. Further analysis on Sterling is done in one of the articles written here at Soccer Geniuses, link in the video description. Second feature, Ruben Loftus-Cheek got enough time to make an influence on games, and so makes the list. He registered 1 assist in the 274 minutes he played, surprisingly against Panama. He did, however, perform well in other aspects, with the most successful dribbles at 12, having attempted 15 of them. Just 1 behind Raheem Sterling, who played 456 minutes in total. Not that dribbles actually win games, but whatever. Third feature, Marcus Rashford. 211 minutes played, 0 goals, 0 assists. That number pretty much sums up his total contribution in attack. Fourth feature, Jamie Vardy. 157 minutes played, same stats as above. Kane clearly hogged all the glory, so all is forgiven. Final feature, Danny Welbeck is so underappreciated. He only played 11 minutes in the entire World Cup. I'm sure if he had started more games, especially against Panama, he would have won the Golden Boot. Dele Alli, unfortunately, doesn't make this list, because his only goal against Sweden helped certify England's progression to the semis. Number 2, Gonzalo Higuain. I can say with all confidence, Higuain deserves to be on the list. His 3 shots in the entire tournament tell you all you need to know. He played 132 minutes, and if you think somehow it isn't enough time, Danny Welbeck registered 2 shots in the 11 minutes he got. Had Welbeck been in the Argentinian team, they would have won the World Cup. Number 3, Paulo Dybala. This one genuinely goes to the coach. Someone with Dybala's prestige shouldn't be playing 22 minutes from a possible 360 minutes. Why would you bring someone like Dybala to the World Cup if he isn't going to be part of your plans? The little faith shown in him is damaging, to say the least. Dybala is a great player. The coach was just dreadful. I mean, who tries to figure out what his best lineup is during the World Cup? Rest in peace, Messi's World Cup dreams. Number 4, David Silva. Did not expect to find Silva among the people to have contributed nothing to their team's campaign. He had a rather ineffective World Cup, especially with the quality he possesses that was laid bare for the Premier League to see. Considering the advanced role he was given in Spain, I expected him to unlock the opponent's defenses more. This, however, didn't materialize, and with the 327 minutes he played, he registered a measly 1.5 key passes per game. I'm not going to grind into Silva's performance because it's Spain who couldn't bring the best out of him. Silva's quality hasn't dwindled, and he is nothing like his next compatriots. One had a clear conspiracy against him. The other has seemingly entered the retirement phase of his career, and the final two had underwhelming seasons. Number 5, Mesut Ozil. It's undeniable that Ozil was the scapegoat for Germany's dreadful World Cup campaign. Registering 0 goals and 0 assists didn't back his cause. Google searched Germany's failings in the World Cup, and articles relating to Ozil in some form or manner pop up almost instantly. Somehow, people forget to look at the fact that he created 11 chances for his teammates over the 180 minutes he ended up playing. It's not his fault that his strike force failed to capitalize on them. Had they been more clinical, Ozil wouldn't be on the list. But unfortunately for him, Germany's finishing, like Boateng's defending, was non-existent. Number 6, Thomas Muller. Unsurprisingly, another German player makes the list, and someone who deserves as much criticism as Ozil did. Muller is definitely a shell of the player he used to be. A guy who is only 28 and should be at his prime is playing like someone who is at the end of his rope. Who can blame the guy for having achieved everything there is to accomplish in football? We can overlook the 0 goals and 0 assists he registered in the 207 minutes he played. Thomas Muller is untouchable. He is the face of the Germany national team. Judgment instead should fall upon Mesut Ozil. The thing is, a player with as much influence as Muller should be equally blamed because he failed to give an inspirational performance on and off the pitch. If your big-name players fail to show up, how do you expect the younger, less experienced players of the squad to turn up also? Muller definitely had his hand in Germany's World Cup failings. Number 7, Timo Werner and Willian Draxler. I decided to pair these two because there's no longer a need to reiterate how poor Germany was. Timo Werner and Willian Draxler, who were both superb during the Confederations Cup, went missing in the World Cup. Anyone who knows of their whereabouts, please contact the German Football Association. Werner and Draxler played 266 minutes and 136 minutes respectively, both of them failing to record anything in terms of goals or assists. Clearly things were not working out with Draxler, so they ended up dropping him. Begs the question, why a similar fate didn't befall Werner? Mario Gomez, who had cameo substitute appearances, was able to register 1 assist, which led to Royce's crucial goal against Sweden. He also registered 2.3 aerial duels won per game, way more than Werner's 0. 0 goals, 0 assists, and 0 aerial duels won perfectly sums up Werner's contribution to the team. It goes beyond me why he wasn't replaced for the South Korea game. Number 8, Willian. One of the best memers of 2018, Willian made a meme so good, it made Diego Costa proud. People said that Willian lacked class, but I firmly disagree. They clearly do not know the first thing about what is undoubtedly a world-class meme. Wish I could say the same thing about his World Cup performance, though. Number 9. Neymar. The most hated footballer on the list and in the entire world takes Gabriel Jesus' place on the list, even though GJ registered 0 goals and 1 assist the entire tournament. It's clearly not his fault that Brazil didn't win the World Cup. The blame has to go to the man who registered 2 goals and 1 assist in 5 appearances. Not only that he had the highest number of chances created per game for Brazil and the most successful dribbles. As far as people are concerned, what Neymar did during the World Cup is as good as contributing nothing. Earlier, I said Willian was one of the best memers of 2018. Neymar is the best meme of 2018. His theatrical ingeniousness made him into an even greater global sensation than his moves to Barca or to PSG. Neymar has taught us the fastest way to global stardom is to become a meme. The fact that Neymar's memes are still gaining more traction, and I dare even say it, than Ronaldo's shock move to Juventus, proves my point. Maybe if Neymar had scored more goals, people would have hated on him less. I highly doubt it. Even if Neymar had picked up the Golden Boot, nothing would have changed. The memes would have lived on. Number 10. Olivier Giroud. What Olivier accomplished this World Cup has to be some kind of record. More than the fact that he didn't register a single goal, he did not even register a single shot on target. Anyway, since he won the World Cup and was one of the many reasons behind France's success, as far as he's concerned, those stats are as insignificant as Neymar's World Cup performances. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave your comments and tell us what you think. Follow us on Twitter and get all our latest updates. If you have any suggestions and anything else you want us to do, also contact us on Twitter or visit our Gmail in the description. Until next time.